So y'all should be able to hear me now. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? This is Luis, representing YBHR Designers. I am here with a quick tutorial on how to make a room quickly. So this is a basic tutorial. Please like and subscribe. You can also, of course, find more information, more in-depth courses that I have on Udemy. More coming soon. But in the meantime, we're going to keep this quick and to the point. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you all. Alright, so you should be able to see my screen right now. We're going to go ahead and make a room very quickly. It does not take long. Right now, as you can see, we have our architectural ribbon. We're going to start off with the floor. So this button right here, you click floor. What's going to come up for you is this section over here. So see, right now we have it highlighted with this kind of light blue color, and it's saying we have boundary lines, slope arrow, span direction, all these different things. The things you need to focus on right now if you're making a room from scratch is this. One, the boundary line. The same way that you would draw lines on AutoCAD or some other program, we're going to go ahead and click boundary line, and we have two options that I'll recommend on top. Of course, we can use our line command where we can place lines and place 4 of these and put them in a in a box or a rectangle, whatever you want to do. The second option, of course, is if we were to use the square tool, or the rectangle tool. We will actually be able to make the shape of a rectangle, and we can kind of predetermine what size we want it to be and make it very quickly. So let's say that I wanted this to be, I'm gonna zoom in. I want this to be a room that is, I don't know, make it kind of big. So make it like a 18 by 36 and 6. Cool. We're gonna click, and as you can see, we click one time and it automatically creates an entire box for saving us time. So I'm gonna also, one of the things I want you to keep in mind is when we look at the properties tab, is letting us know what type of floor we place in. So we have options. We can make this a concrete slab 6 inches wide, or we can do something else. We have our lightweight concrete 2-inch metal deck. You can get generic, and I've already talked to you guys about generic, which basically means it's a placeholder. There's no real information about the material, but we know this is taking up this amount of space. So we can go generic, we can go steel bar and joist, and a lot of these are defaults for Revit, right? You always can find more in the Revit library. You can download different floors if you're interested in that, but keeping it basic, right? We're gonna keep it quick. We're gonna go generic. Generic 12 inches means it's a foot thick. Generic, whatever this is gonna be. We don't know what it's gonna be, okay? We're gonna click our check mark to confirm, right? And we now have a floor. So if I were to go into my 3D view, you can see clearly, hey, I got a floor right here, man. And we can find out more information about this floor. So right now this floor is on level 1. Height offset from the floor is 0, 0. It's a room bounding, which means if I were to create a room, the computer would recognize this is a room, right? This the floor and the walls that were placed next, and also the ceiling will let me know this entire space is a room, right? So we're going to click on level 1. Right now we can see this is our 12-inch slab that we got over here. Now we're going to place some walls next. So once again, on the architectural ribbon, we're going to click on wall. We're going to keep the generic to a generic 8-inch wall. Sure, why not? And what we're going to do is we're going to focus on these corners. Remember, when we're lining things up in Revit, we're looking for this magenta box or magenta type of shape. It's going to give us information about where we're placing a thing, whether it's the end point, or we can do center point, which is usually a triangle, or something in between, just to actually let us know we're on the actual edge of it. But we're going to go to these endpoints. So I'm going to click here, and I only have to click one time. I move my mouse, then I get to the corner here. I'm going to click again. I'm going to do it again, click here again, click here again, click here again, bam. And now this wall, we recognize that these walls are going to be, hold on a second. Okay. You recognize that these walls, if I were to click on the wall, it's giving me information about it. So we know this is a basic generic 8-inch wall. And we also know it starts from the base on level 1. And its unconnected height is 10 feet high. So in 3D, if I look at these are all 10-foot high walls, and we're going to roll with that for right now. So we know that these are when we click on the wall, we recognize that these are 10-foot high walls. The top constraint is up to level 2, which is 10 feet, right? And remember, top constraints, remember, Revit is about rules. So whatever rules you set, that's what everything in the model is going to do. It's going to follow your instructions unless you tell it otherwise, right? So in the same token, we're looking around, we recognize that these walls are going up to 10 feet or to level 2. Okay, and just to keep this very basic, we're going to go ahead and place a roof. So I'm in my 3D view, right? And there's other ways to place a roof. You could do other options, but for the sake of keeping it simple, I'm going to go to my command. We're going to go to roof. Check it out, man. And basic roof, 12 inches. Sure, why not? We're going to go ahead and place a roof. So let's go. We have an option again. We can place with our lines, and you can use the lines or the square tool depending on the shape, of the rectangle tool rather. But let's do the lines. Let's go ahead and go from endpoint to endpoint, right? And I'm saying that each one of these endpoints is going to be lined up with the roof. And remember, roofs usually have an overhang. So let's say that I wanted this overhang to be a foot off the edge of the wall. So I'm going to go ahead and move these over 1 foot, just for the sake of simplicity. There's many different ways of doing this, but we'll just keep it simple. 1 foot. Okay, 1 foot. I'm going to click our check mark to confirm. All right, now if I go to my 3D again, start looking around. What is it telling me here? Okay, well, obviously we missed something here, right? Because our basic roof, you see at the base level, it says level 02 top of foot, and that's not right. We want this to be level 2, or actually we want this to be at roof level. So let's click roof and apply. And we see here that this roof is actually kind of high. So we want this to go to our level 2. Put level 2, apply. Okay. So now we can see that our roof is on level 2, right? And so we see we got a roof on level 2. And let's say I wanted this roof to have a slope, because this roof looks mighty flat, right? Let's go ahead and go to edit footprint. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pick 2 sides of this, and we're going to click this button right here. You see right here it says define slope. We're going to click that. And we're going to go to the other side, and we're going to click that. And now these little triangles with the degrees are letting me know that, hey, each one of these sides are going to define a slope, and that slope is going to be 30 inches, right? Cool, we'll roll with that. We're going to keep it simple, press check mark, okay? And then when I go back to my 3D, or I'm in my 3D, and I look, now we have this. And finally, the last piece, of course, is we have to get the walls to connect to the roof. So I'm going to go ahead and select my wall, and I'm going to click attach top base, right? And so I'm going to click this, I'm going to click the roof, and now it is attaching. I'm going to do this for all of my walls, right? Go to this side, click here, attach top base, go to the last side, attach top base. And this means that if I were to move this roof moving forward any height, the walls will stay connected to the roof whether I move it up or down, right? We want things to be attached, we want things to follow the rules. Very simple and basic tutorial. If you're interested, if you want to learn Revit and be confident in your abilities, you want to feel competent, you want to go into the office and be like, yo, I got this. Hey, I'm the Revit person. I got this. Don't even worry about it. Take my Udemy course. It is inexpensive. It is not long. It's not one of those 16, 30-hour courses where you're going to spend all day and get to the end of it and not retain any of the information. It's very quick, efficient, and we've got good reviews, and I hope that you add to those good reviews, and I hope that you actually take the course and learn from it and apply it in your life. So if you're interested, I'll leave the link below. Like and subscribe to this video. More videos coming soon. My name is Luis. Have an awesome day.